Yeah, hello guys. This is Stanley from Hofstra with What's the Plan with Stan. Uh, Welcome to our guest, Gas Corin.
Thanks for having me, Stan.
You're the British lightweight champion and the world bare knuckle boxing champion in the cruiserweight division. Isn't that true?
That is true, Stan, yeah. Soon to be Ragnarok champion.
Wow. And now you're signed to the greatest company in the world, Ragnarok BKF.
Sure am.
Wow, yeah. And you are also fighting for the world heavyweight title belt in August at Ragnarok, isn't that true?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Stan.
Then you must be very good.
Well, we train hard.
That's probably why you're here.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Gas, so the audience get to know you. You married?
No, I'm not married. Not married yet. Not yet. She's trying to get married, I think, Stan. But not yet, mate. 2 kids. Nice little family. Good business. Good gyms. Train hard.
Good
every day.
Yeah, it's good to know, though. Okay, let's get the questions rolling when we're ahead. So what's the story? How did you first hear about Ragnarok, and how did you become a part of it?
Well, I obviously I fight on the show that Andrew Bakewell owns, the Bare Knuckle show. Obviously, he told me about you guys. He told me about what you were coming up with, and it just sounded good. It's something a little different. Obviously, it's going to be a big show, so I want in on stuff. I want in on big shows and big fights, Stan. So that's the reason why I'm here, mate.
So this is probably the right opportunity to ask you, where's my jacket?
Yeah, I've still got your jacket somewhere, Stan. I've still got it somewhere, mate.
I can tell the audience the story where when I went down to England to meet Andrew, and I met also Gas, and I was probably a little bit what do you call it, starstruck, and he asked me for my jacket, and that was the only jacket that I had on that trip, so I had to walk home in a t-shirt to Norway. So that's why I asked you. I hope you enjoy it.
I'll bring it back to Norway for you, Stan.
Nah, you just keep it. That's good. So why did you start fighting?
Started fighting early age, Stan. I used to get bullied as a kid. I used to get bullied as a kid, man. I didn't get on with the children. I lived just a little bit further out than all the other kids, and I didn't like them. They didn't like me. It's kind of carried on like that. I don't really like most people these days, and they don't like me, so it must have carried on. But that's where I started. I got bullied.
What's your martial art base? What was your the ground game?
Well, I did Russian Sambo wrestling for about 10 years. A lot of jiu-jitsu, into boxing and Thai boxing. I just like a little bit of everything, Stan. I never really stick to one because I'm not saying I get bored, but I like to do a little bit of everything. So I'll do a few years at one thing, then I'll stick me into something else, and then I'm good to go on anything really. I'll fight anything. Fighting's fighting to me.
I've heard that about you. What kind of goals do you set yourself? Do you set yourself a goal to win something or to achieve something before you change, or do you?
Yeah, no, I just. Look, I've got a winner's mentality, me, Stan. I've always had a winner's mentality, and I go out to win, and in everything I do, whether it's even if I'm running, when we're training, I gotta win. I've got that mentality about me. So even when we're training, we spar hard. We train hard. We train and we spar like we fight. So I just go with the flow. I'm good to go on anything. Like I said, Stan, I could do these fights, and then I'm good to go on whatever fights there is. I'm a fighting man, so I'll fight anything, anytime.
But you're kind of the guy that maybe myself like that. You choose the things that you can be good at and win, maybe, or do you try something totally different?
To be fair, Stan, boxing is my weakest. Is my weakest martial art. I'm sure the guys that I train with. I'll tell you, boxing is probably one of my weakest. So.
But again, you're still a world champion in bare knuckle boxing, though. So
that's it. You've just got to keep grinding, Stan, haven't you?
Yeah, and it's more about being tough than a little bit more percentage-wise. So
Yeah, of course it is.
yeah. So how do you change between Lethwei and bare knuckle boxing?
Well, to me, Stan, like just going back to that, a fight's a fight. You know, Lethwei, BKB. I just see it as a fight. I'm not bothered if it's what it is. What are the rules? I fight with no rules. I always fight with no rules. If I fight on the street since I've been 16 with no rules,
Yeah.
you know, I've always fought bare knuckle. I've fought thousands of fights bare knuckle on streets, so it makes no odds to me. People say, you know, you're fighting bare knuckle. I've always fought bare knuckle. I've fought 10 times more bare knuckle fights than I have glove fights and padded fights. So.
Yeah.
You know, it fits my style, to be honest, mate, and my the way I am.
You probably got to be that kind of guy as well to do bare knuckle or do Lethwei. So I think So how about Ragnarok? How about the team? Do you like it that it's a team, more like a show that we based it on Vikings and Saxons and make it a little bit
Yeah, I like that kind of shit, man. And you know, I don't know. I mean, to me, I've been born 1,000 years too late, me, Stan, anyway, mate. I should have been in them times, mate. So,
I remember you told me, you want to be white.
It's pretty good for me, mate. It's pretty good for me, you know. I do like that. It's got a bit of a storyline to it, which is good.
You think that's the future of the sport?
Well, I'm hoping so. You know, I think this is going to open a lot of doors on this first Ragnarok show, Stan. And I think the world's hopefully going to see how big and how good this show is going to be, and we can take this all over the world.
Yeah, of course, that's good of her. So how is training now? It's good.
Training's awesome, man. I've
what gym are you at? Sorry.
Yeah, well, luckily for Shannon, I got a little bit of an injury about 10 weeks ago where I tore my calf. I've not been able to do anything. No wrestling, no running, no sparring. No bike, no running, anything at all. I couldn't do anything. And then obviously when the show got moved to August, it was a godsend for me. Not so much for Shannon, but godsend for me, that because obviously I've been dieting and not training just to make weight. So everything's good now. Everything's you know, all the injuries have gone. I'm up at 5 every morning running. We're sparring. I train 2-3 times a day every day now, mate.
You don't feel anything through your injury. It's all gone, and it's
all gone. It's all gone. It's all gone, Stan. I'm like Universal Soldier, mate. It's all gone.
Good to hear. What kind of club do you train? I see you train down in Manchester sometimes. So is that your base, or do you?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm extremely lucky, Stan. I've got 3 different gyms that I train at. I've been training at 3 different gyms. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, that, but I've got a pad man down at Million Styles Boxing, who's been my pad man for all my stand-up fights, really, Matt Bolton. He's solely my pad man and my technician when it comes to boxing. I train over at Elite Thai Boxing and Boxing for my stand-up. And I also train at Manchester Top Team as well in between. So I fill in. You know, each coach brings something else to the table. At top team, I've got Carl Prince. You know, he's one of the top coaches in the world, mate. And at Elite, I've got Sean Fogger, I've been with for a long time. So I'm really lucky, Stan.
Yeah. But tell us a little about the top team. Is that some kind of special team that for the best fighters, or?
Yeah, Manchester Top Team, mate. You've got to be on your game, Stan. It's the best pros around. Yeah. The best pros in England, if you would. They come from far and wide, mate, and they train hard, man. There's a lot of Russian kids down there, young Russians from Dagestan. Absolute killers, mate. Killers. And you've got to be on your game, mate. Yeah, if you're not on your game, you're getting dusted, mate, because we spar in 4-ounce gloves. And if you're tired, you're getting drilled, mate. Nobody gets let up, mate. You've got to be on your game every second, or otherwise you're going to sleep.
Yeah, it's good because many clubs, many teams are turning in more into training for everybody. So it's good to hear that you have that old school kind of hardcore team left.
Yeah, it is hardcore, man.
It's hardcore. Good to hear. That's probably what you need. How has the COVID inflicted your training last year, or?
To be honest, Dan, it's been. I think it's been a bit shit for everybody, hasn't it? So you know, I've been doing a lot of running. I've actually built an extension on the back of my house now, where I've just built my own gym.
Okay.
So they can lock me down. They can lock me down for the next 3 months, Stan. It doesn't matter to me, mate. I've got a big gym in the back now. Nothing's stopping me now, Stan. You know, we've gone to Plan B now, mate. And no matter what, I will be coming in 100% fit for Ragnarok, and you will see the best of me.
That's why that sounds good, because now that leads me into the next question. So you're fighting Shannon Rich. He has a pretty impressive record. He's been in the game for a very long time. He's an 8-time MMA world champion. He's a BKFC world champion, I know. And he fought Sakuraba in Pride. How do you feel about the fight coming up with him?
Well, it doesn't matter where you've been or who you fought, Stan, does it? Because it's where he's going to be, and he's going to be in there with me, mate. And he hasn't fought anybody as vicious and as violent as me, mate. I'll tell you now. And I will bring the fight to him. I ain't no running. It's I don't care how many belts he's got, who he's fought. It makes no odds to me, Stan. I'll take on any man, and he doesn't scare me, mate. And I hope he's got some good health insurance, mate. Let's put it that way.
I heard there was a little fire lit up between you, so but I also know that that's what fighters need to get a little fire going. So
yeah,
we'll probably leave it at that. I know that you're fired up, and I think he's getting fired up as well. So
good. I want the best of him, Stan. I don't want no excuses of him. I want the best of him, mate. I don't want any excuses about him being injured or he can't do this. He's been making his little films or whatever. He needs to concentrate on the 21st of August against me, mate. So. No excuses, Shannon.
I'm looking forward to an insane good fight there between you two. It's going to be an epic battle there going down. But again, on an objective level, this is a good step for you in career-wise in fighting, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's a massive
big name. So yeah,
a massive step for me, Stan. And you know, all joking aside and everything, we Shannon. You know, he's a top guy. I do have respect for the guy, you know, and he's a good name for me to fight. And, you know, I've got to thank Ragnarok for getting me such a good name to fight. I only want to fight these guys with big names like this. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Maybe
they have something in line for you if you win the belt.
Well, listen, I'll fight anybody anytime, Stan. You know, you don't ever have to ask me, mate, who will I fight this guy? You can ask Andrew. I don't say no to any fighters, mate. You just tell me who I'm fighting, and I'll be there.
I remember what you told me the first night I met you, so yeah. So if you win, then you're the world champion. Will you follow Ragnarok around the world if they ask you to? Or is this...
We're going everywhere, Stan, everywhere. South Africa. I've got South Africa. I want to go South Africa, Stan. I'll go everywhere, mate. I'll fight anybody around the world. Give me the best champions that they've got around the world, Stan. I'll be there, mate. I'll fight.
I think Ragnarok has the best matchmaker as well in Andrew Bakefeld. So he's
most definitely, yeah, most definitely.
He's got some sick contacts. So it's
yeah, he certainly has.
So so what? The next question was to tell you what would it take to get you on board? But I feel that you're on board. So
yeah, man, I'm with you now, Stan. I'm with you guys now, and we're going to make this the best show that we can get. After you win, or if you win, what if BKFC calls you and wants you to join them? What do you say then? You don't have to answer the question. No, listen, Stan. I mean, look, I'm as Andrew will tell you. You know, I'm not a kind of guy that's just going to go off fighting for different companies and things like that. You know, I appreciate such a big fight, a main event. So I think, you know, maybe I can show that I've my loyalty to you guys, and we'll take it as far as we can go. You know, and we'll go from there.
I love it. I think you're a perfect fighter to have in the organization, and you're definitely a role model for many of the other fighters. How you present yourself, and how you fight, and how you get prepared for fights.
Thank you. So, appreciate
that. They must be smart guys, the guys who hired you.
Not so good looking though, Stan, unfortunately.
I feel somebody's So I got last question on that one. Who do you like best, me or Andrew?
Well, Andrew's got more hair than you, Stan, but he's got more hair than me as well. So we'll see. It remains to be seen, that one, Stan. It remains to be seen, mate.
Just kidding. Yeah, but okay. If you could wish, who would you want to have in the Ragnarok game? And if you could choose anybody from the MMA or from wherever, who would you like to have in the ring?
Who would I like to fight?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know, Stan? I really don't know, mate. I'll just fight anybody. There's no one guy that I'd like to say, yeah, I'd fight him. I'm not bothered.
There must be a guy that you don't like in the UFC, for example. Who would you like to knock out?
I don't, you know, there's not actually, Stan. No, there's not one guy yet. There's not one guy yet. Yeah. I'm solely focused on Shannon, honestly, mate. I'm solely focused on Shannon. I don't look past Shannon, and he's my main focus right now. And after it, you know, I'm sure we can find somebody.
Yeah. Who do you want to? If people are going to get a hold of you, where do you go to find your pages and everything? Can you tell me a little bit about that? Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on Gaz Crush on Instagram and Gaz Curran on Facebook. I don't have a Twitter. So
if I were to ask your wife. No, sorry. If I were to ask your kids, who runs the show in the family? What
yeah, my little girl. She's 6. She runs the house. She runs she's the boss, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. And what would your wife say? The same?
Yeah. Everybody says the same. The whole family says the same, Stan.
Yeah, I've heard good things about you as well, Gaz. So no worries. You're a likable dude, I think. So if you want to, do you want to send a shout out to anybody in the clubs or who the trainer partners or coaches?
Shout out to all my trainers, all my sponsors, Joe Clear, Elite Boxing, Million Styles Boxing, all the boys down at Manchester Top Team, Big Stevie Taylor, and to you guys at Ragnarok.
So what's the plan for tonight?
I'm going running in about an hour, Stan, in this nice British weather.
Okay, I'll take a beer for you then. So, can you thank you for your interview, and it was a pleasure. I hope to see you again very soon.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much, Stan. Appreciate it.
We'll talk again soon. Good luck.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.